Family car trips in the busiest time of the year on Texas roads. We all want to keep our kids safe, and Dallas attorney Angel Reyes knows the rules and regs and the good and bad of child car safety seats. So he's here to tell us the whole story. Angel, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Rob.
First of all, explain to us, what are the rules? Who needs to be in a car seat?
Well, let's start with the rules. As a matter of fact, just recently, last September, Texas changed its laws. And now all children under the age of 8 are required to be in a car safety seat unless they're taller than 4 foot 9 inches. Now, I suspect many of our audience is either unaware of that or is not technically complying with it, but the facts are that is the rule in Texas now.
Not a suggestion, not a recommendation, that's the law.
That's the law.
All right, so if they're between those ages, from birth to 8 years old, they need to be in a car seat. What are the rules that apply for how they need to be restrained?
There are several rules that do apply, but the first rule of thumb really is one of sort of common sense, and that is that all kids really need to be in the back seat. And the reason for that is that front seats have airbags that can deploy with enough force to injure or kill a small child. So as a general rule of thumb, until your child's 12 years old, put them in the back seat. The Texas Department of Public Safety also has a few other rules. And one is that if the child is under the age of 1 or weighs less than 20 pounds, they need to be in a car seat that is rear-facing.
Rear-facing.
Okay? And then after the child turns 1 or weighs more than 20 pounds, you can turn the seat around and make it a forward-facing seat. And then, of course, we're back to the new law as it is in Texas, and that is that if you're under 8, you must be in a car safety seat unless you're taller than 4 foot 9 inches.
Okay, so when parents are looking to buy the right car seat, what are the things that they need to look for? You brought some examples for us.
Yeah, I have, as a matter of fact. Several things, but I brought 2 examples, and this one is a seat that I actually don't recommend. The reason I don't recommend it is it's a convertible seat. It makes the appearance of getting a lot of bang for your buck. It's a wildly popular seller.
Yeah, these click from the stroller out into the car seat base.
Exactly, and that's what makes it such a wildly popular seller. People think they get a little bang for their buck. It's 2 things. It's a carrier and a car seat. But therein lies the rub, because this is made out of all plastic, and plastic has been known to fail. Also, let's face it, not all of us are attentive at all times. Some of us get in a hurry, and if you get in a hurry and you fail to properly snap this carrier into this base at the first turn, your child's going to be flying across the back seat.
And it becomes even more dangerous than even just being in without a car seat at all.
Exactly.
So you're not only, you've got the plastic, and you're also putting more opportunity for human error in there. So you say get a standard car seat.
This is one I do recommend, and the reason I recommend it is a solid state. It's made with a metal frame. It is designed to be installed permanently in the vehicle. It includes vehicle tethers, which will tether the chair to the actual car frame. And you can take this thing. It is not as cheap as this. It's not made out of plastic, but it is safer. And it can go from birth until your kid weighs as much as 80 pounds. So it's a long-lasting chair, so it's probably worth the money just for that.
And these can be used forward or rear-facing, right?
Yes, they can. And when properly installed, this car seat will actually keep your child safer than you are with seat belts and airbags protecting you.
Which is the whole point. That's what we're looking for.
Exactly.
All right, now another question, we mentioned human error. How do we make sure that these car seats are installed appropriately?
Well, that's a great question, Rob. And you know, it's just a sad fact that too many children are killed or injured because they're in cars improperly restrained. As a matter of fact, one website we looked at suggests that as many as 7 out of 10 kids are riding around in cars right now improperly restrained. And so, look, these things are not easy to install. You've got to read the instructions, you've got to make sure it's done right, and you may have questions. And if you have questions, there's a lot of resources you can turn to. You can go to any police, fire department, or hospital in the Metroplex, and they'll actually take a look at your installation and inspect it and to make sure it's been done correctly, and they'll do it free of charge. Now, there's also another place you can go, and that is www.seatcheck.org. And at that website, you can find all the places across Texas that will inspect your car seat free of charge and make sure that you've done a proper job of installing it.
All right. Well, we appreciate you always coming in with good information. And if you want more information on child car safety seats, you can check out Angel Reyes' website at reyeslaw.com or call 214-526-7900.